Hey folks, and welcome back to my Liza P walkthrough. My name is Tavorn, and today we're going to progress to the next one. But first, kitty cat! Gotta love a kitty cat. Alright, so we got some more quartz. We're gonna go pick up some more P organ stuff. They really could have named that better. Alright, so first things first. Let's see, I think. And there it is. Alright, so enhanced pulse cell recovery. Now that's doesn't give you extra pulse cells, the increased pulse cells does, but the pulse cell recovery means that I now heal more when I use a pulse cell. Always good. I'm actually gonna take perfect guard destruction here. So perfect guard destruction is nice. It makes it easier to break enemy weapons, but you do have to be able to do the perfect guard. If you're not good at parrying, then yeah, don't take perfect guard destruction. All right. Now we're going to talk to Geppetto and give him that painting we picked up at the end of last episode. So now this is here. Can't do anything with it right now. That painting is actually required to do the crap, I'm trying to think of the words. Oh, the secret weapon. You have to have that painting. You also need max humanity, which is hard to do in one playthrough. Let's see, so we're gonna raise capacity, and yeah, right now I'm just worried about getting my capacity up. Do I need... I'm only slightly heavy. I'll take it for now. We're gonna get amulet slots, another amulet slot soon, so I can do that. Alright, now to progress, you gotta go talk to Antonio, which Geppetto would have told you if I hadn't sped through everything. There we go. And then you'll notice over here, Alidoro is now here. I believe I've shown that before. But you don't get any Boss Ergo off of Black Rabbit Brotherhood, so there's no new items. We did pick up a Legion Caliber, so let's see if we can do anything with these. I don't think we can. I don't know, I've got two now. So I can strengthen combustion, which will raise my fire attack. But I'm actually going to take that one now. Because specifically the next area is an area where I would really recommend having the Falcon Eyes. We're going to upgrade weapons. I'm not going to upgrade the Fire Dagger at the moment. Like I've said, the Acidic Crystal Spear is actually my go-to weapon. Only reason I was using Fire Dagger is because the carcasses are resistant to acid. But where we're about to go now, acid is actually going to be really useful. Yeah, okay, we're still only slightly heavy. Eventually, once I've got more capacity, I'm going to be equipping both. But for now, it's not really worth it. It's not putting me into heavy status, but I'm not sure if there's a percentage increase or if it's a like slightly heavy, whether you're at 61% or 79%, doesn't make a difference. I don't know. I haven't tested that. So, for now, I'm just gonna not increase my weight any more than I absolutely have to. Especially since where we're going, I'm only gonna need one weapon. Plus, you'll notice that the spear very much has more range than the dagger.
Rosa Isabelle Street, the entertainment district. You might call it extravagant. Operas, operettas, street concerts, all running 24/7.
Oh, and now that we've found the gold coin tree, you'll see it gives you that nice little timer to tell you how long it takes per fruit. That is not to fill up the whole tree, that is just per fruit. Alright, so we're up against puppets now, and you'll see puppets are pretty susceptible to acid. Alright, we're going to start off by coming up here. The crystal spear, unlike the dagger, well, I was running then, but unlike the dagger, the crystal spear's charged R2 is a 2-hit. I don't particularly like that. I prefer the dagger's 1-hit, but for the range on the spear, I will take it. I could. Alright, we're going to talk to this lady here. She's going to ask you to grab some wine for her. That'll come back later. Now, what we could do is change out... If you really like the moveset on the dagger more, you can swap it, or swap your handle. I will say that the crystal spear has better scaling, so I'm not going to. Just because the scaling's better and I like the range. But yeah, I would love to have the fast single hit charge R2. If you have trouble getting off the stagger, oh, I missed an item. If you have trouble getting off the stagger with the crystal spear, you can switch it out. I don't really think it's going to help that much. Alright. There's going to be a guy around this corner. And I forgot to put on the falcon eyes. I don't know. Meant to. Another crescent, not enough. Alright, yeah, screw it. I'm gonna go put on the falcon eyes because I do need to demonstrate why I say to have it for this section. Alright, so we're gonna switch our Legion arm. Now, I still don't have the fast shot, so it's not as effective as it was for New Game. Because it's still going to be a bit of a wind-up. Hey, another crescent. That's nice. Alright, we're not going to bother with those two. We're just going to take this dude out. Now we're about to have to deal with some irritating ones. Irritating enemies. New made puppets. They are slightly tougher. They do hit hard. They don't do the charge attack. Alright, now these are aggravating because they self-destruct. You can kill them before they do that, but just in general, they are very irritating to deal with. Alright, now you can just go straight down there. We are actually going to go this way first, and you'll see there's a drop down. And I'm going to introduce you to a very annoying type of enemy. Baby puppets. Which are surprisingly durable, but kind of slow. Thing is, they don't stagger, and later versions of them are much worse. Later versions throw tantrums that will, while having a very short distance, will absolutely wreck your health. Now we can go up here. And this will take us back to the room that had the maid puppet. Gonna get another Legion plug for another Legion arm. By the end of the new game, you should have every Legion arm. There is exactly enough Legion plugs for that. Oh, wrong way. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. So we're going to come down here, and there's some more maid puppets. Nice thing about the acid weapon, 3 hits, and then the acid damage will finish them. That's pretty common for this weapon. Also, I'll show you the Fable art in a second. Now we've got new enemies. And these are rifleman puppets. More ranged enemies, which absolutely suck. These are even worse than the pistol puppets. And behind them, you'll see we've got another enemy that throws things. And this is why I recommend the Falcon Eyes, because you can just 2 shots from out of their range and blow them up. You can also just run up on them. They do not, while they are stationary, they are also really easy to stagger. So if you just run in and hit them, they won't throw things at you. You could also avoid that first one in the rifleman by coming through here, but chances are good you're still going to get hit by something trying to do that. Better to pick them off. Now this part is annoying. Because yeah. Basically there's no way you're going to get a shot off without getting hit. Because the Falcon Eyes is slow to fire. So, like I said, you don't really want to run head first into these. Oh, well, my Falcon Eyes is out. Great. Nope. Come on. Yeah. This is why I hate these guys. They are an absolute pain in the ass. But back here, you're going to get a new weapon. I haven't played with it much. I don't like curved greatswords in Dark Souls either. The wind-up feels off to me. But that's essentially what the Dancer's greatsword, or curved greatsword is. It's a dexterity weapon with a real nice little wind up there. So technique, and yeah, I've heard it's good. I just haven't played with it much. My technique run was a New Game Plus, so I had access to a couple of boss weapons that I really loved. Now this is a section that actually threw me. I could not figure out how to progress. And the reason is you have to trigger something first. First we're going to run up here, because there is an item. I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, oops. I accidentally tried to use the blitz stone on a acid weapon. Alright, but you gotta come over here to this little puppet. And that's gonna trigger her. This is another stalker boss fight.
Musicians have keen ears, you know. Would you like, let's have an encore performance of...
Now, she uses the one tree rapier.
To my sister Adelina.
And really, if you just kind of strafe left or right... Oh, not doing well that time. Oh. If you strafe left or right, you can pretty much... You can deal with her. The thing is, she will also do a counterattack. So if you hit her at the wrong time, she will counter like that. It's kind of irritating. Nope. And she knows how to keep the pressure on. Alright, that is the Fable art for the spear. It's just a powered thrust. Oh, come on, I should have got the back attack.
You stole my sister from me, rotten puppets!
Yeah, that's her guard parry. Alright. But yeah, you can pretty much just circle her. And go in for the back attacks. With the spear, you'll see she's taking dot damage, same as with fire. Part of the reason why I like the spear is that while carcass enemies are pretty common later on, the spear is really good against puppets and people. Yeah, you're basically just gonna backstab fish this enemy. But yeah, so the spear is good against puppets and people. Ah, get off.
You stole my sister from me, rotten puppets!
Ah. But yeah, so the spear is good against puppets and humans. The fire dagger can work against puppets. It does work on people. It feels like fire takes longer to build up against everything except carcass. It's especially not good against puppets. Puppets seem to have really high resistance to it. And since human enemies are less common than puppet enemies, I prefer the acid. And also the spear just has a better scaling. You can do weapon assembly, put the fire dagger on the spear handle. I don't really bother. I use them as separate items. Now in here, you're going to get a shortcut that's going to take you back to where the dancer's blade is. And there's also a butterfly. I don't think that's 4, but it may be actually because I picked one up. Yeah, okay, that's 4. So we can level up the spear again. Now, over here, you're going to find your next stargazer. And you're also going to have an NPC over there.
Oh. My wife's body. I know she's. Would you bring her body?
And he's going to ask you to go fetch a ring off of his wife's body. Alright, so first up, you're going to come down here into the sewers, and you're going to see a bunch of hanging puppets. So be prepared for the ambush. These guys mostly throw stuff, but they will crawl towards you and attack. Alright, now, this is another thing I missed my first go through. You actually want to run straight here and drop down this hole. Nah. You can plunge attack that guy, I tend to miss it. But we're going to deal with these. Just follow the path, watch out for the one on the ceiling. Take them out. And then up here, you're gonna have a big boy. Just one of these guys. So they're not too bad at this point. Obviously, he can still kill you, but by this point, you've dealt with a few of them. I'm just gonna go ahead and, oh, get off. Up my damage. Use my Fable Art damage buff. Being sloppy about this. Like I've said before, the dagger and the spear both have the damage increase buff for their basic Fable Art for the blade. I personally really like it. It's just a solid increase to how much damage you deal. And there's another quartz. There are later advanced weapons that have attacks instead of damage increases, which in their own way are useful. And there's a fire advanced weapon that's just a heavy two-handed sword. I really like that one. But at the same time, it still doesn't match the crystal spear. There is also a acid weapon later, but it is literally, I think, the last weapon that you get. And it's a heavy axe that I haven't played with much. Alright, so we're going to come back down in here. And this time we're going to hang a right instead of going straight ahead. Now when we come out of this sewer, in just a minute, we're going to have to deal with a a female little girl puppet enemy. I don't like these things. They are stupidly durable. Like, you just see how little that does. And they do these long combos that you can't stagger out of. That end with fury attacks. Honestly, this is an enemy where I genuinely think spamming your guard while they're in that long combo is a very valid way to deal with them, because you can, if you can get off a couple of perfect guards and a charged attack, you can stagger it like I just did there. Now we got another exploding puppet. This one you can run up on because it takes it a minute to set up, and kill it before it explodes. There's going to be more of those here. Alright, we got a maid puppet here. Maid puppet here. Shortcut back to that Stargazer with Gentleman Julian. My wife is trying to call me. I don't know why. Probably because she's on her way home. Let me see, where am I at time-wise? Yeah, okay. I gotta call my wife, figure out what's going on there. So we're gonna end this here, and I will show you the rest of the way through this area in the next episode. Until then, y'all be good to yourselves and take it easy.